Hello, guys.
Hello guys, welcome to Pitching in Line.
So today we are going to talk about Rajasthan Royals versus Kolkata Knight Riders, match number 12 from Dubai. So Kolkata Knight
Mm.
Riders and Rajasthan Royals both are coming off from a win, convincing win, I will say. And Rajasthan Royals, on the one hand, they are coming from a two win streak. They have played both their matches in Sharjah and won both of them. And KKR, on the other hand, they have lost their first match, but they came back really well against Sunrisers Hyderabad, beating them convincingly, where their prime batsmen like Shubman Gill and Ewan Morgan joined the party. So let's talk about Rajasthan Royals first. So what do you think about Rajasthan Royals? They are coming from Sharjah now after playing two matches, so it will be a change of venue. How will they react? Do you think?
Yeah, I think that is the first thing that that they'll keep in mind is there's a change of venue. Sharjah is relatively a smaller ground and it has batting conditions. And right now in all these pitches, right? I think it's happening in Dubai.
Now Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai. So Dubai dimensions are much longer.
Yes.
And the pitches is also you can't really play as many shots as possible how you were playing in Sharjah. But I think Rajasthan also will be very, very upbeat. They won two big matches. One is against CSK, one is against Kings 11. Chasing 223 is no less feat. It doesn't matter you're playing in which ground or whatever the conditions. And chasing 223, that's a IPL history, I think. So they'll be very, very confident. And they'll be even more confident because they had lesser known players like Rahul Tewatia coming and doing so well. He came and he smashed 53 runs. And even Jofra Archer, in batting, he's bowling well, anyways. But even in batting, he's in a stupendous form. He's hitting a lot of sixes. Even against CSK, he went after Ngidi and he smashed 4 sixes. Against Shami, he hit a couple of sixes. So he seems to be in a good batting touch. So overall, I think Rajasthan, when it comes to batting department, they'll be mighty pleased. They'll be very, very mighty pleased. But I think if there's any matter of concern, I think they'll be little bit doubtful about the middle order, because if you go with the last match batting order, you have Steve Smith and Josh Butler. I expect Josh Butler to do well in this match because the last match was his first match and everything was new. The conditions were new for him. So I think he might do well in this kind of pitches. You have Butler, Smith, number 3, Samson. Whom do you have after Samson? Who's your number 4? There's Uttapa who came. Uttapa can be played, but is he the same player? In 2014, 2013, 2015, he had that Uttapa is different from now. But he played well for whatever 9 runs he scored against Kings 11, right? He hit couple of fours, and even the ball he got out, he timed the ball well. It just went to the fielder. But but yeah, it's more about playing bigger innings rather than giving 9 or 10 runs. So I think that is one area they might look into it. What do you think about bringing in Jaiswal? Yashasvi Jaiswal. If you're opening with him, then the batting actually elongates. What do you think about it?
It's actually I was really surprised, especially after the first match when they dropped Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yeah, I can agree that your top order must consist of the best and experienced batsmen, but dropping Jaiswal after only one match, will not do any kind of good for his confidence. I will still persist, for Jaiswal to open along with Butler, with Smith and Sampson dropping one position down. And no, it will enable that, especially in the ground which they are playing today in Dubai, it is entirely different, dimensions wise. It is entirely different from what they got in Sharjah. So they need some batsmen to rotate the strike, to take singles and twos, not only hitting boundaries, because hitting boundaries here is not that easy. So you need someone who can maneuver the strike, take that odd risks, and playing through the innings. With Samson completely changing his game, even we saw him playing those, both vital innings, but we hardly saw him running around the wickets. So I need Yashasvi Jaiswal at the top to at least get that one position stable, and so that which makes easier things for other batsmen to they can play their own shots. Like how Devdutt Padikkal is playing for RCB. He is trying to play the anchor role, and he's exploding at the end. So I thought that makes things easier for batsmen like AB de Villiers in RCB. So I want to see Jaiswal in kind of similar role. So what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think they can bring in Yashasvi Jaiswal if they want to elongate that batting order. Or what can they do is they can even drop Tom Curran and bring in Miller if they feel that there's no, you know, there's no explosiveness in the middle order after Samson. They feel like that they can bring in David Miller, and he's a very experienced campaigner. So even he can, if wanted, he can play that stabilizing innings, and he can go till the end because you have Rahul Tewatia in a good form. Hopefully, we'll see whether he will do another Tewatia or he'll start well this time. And you have Jafra Archer also, who's doing decently well. So yeah, I think RR in that middle, you don't really have any big names, but somehow they're delivering it. So I think that's what Rajasthan would like to do. And their bowling has been pretty decent. It's been. I wouldn't say they were very bad also because they were playing in Sharjah. In Sharjah, you tend to get hit in those kind of pitches and those kind of dimensions. So it will be. I think Sami will again be a crucial factor for Kings 11 in bowling department.
They are playing KKR.
And let's talk about Kolkata Knight Riders. Even they're coming out of a victory. Last match they played with 7 bowlers. What do you think about their combination in this match?
I think even they won the match. I thought there are some areas of concern, especially in spin bowling department. Sunil Narayan is not this old Sunil Narayan which he used to see, and he's not even delivering with the bat. He's not. They gave him that pinch hitter's role. Go at the top and go after the bowling. Yeah, he's not wasting the deliveries. That is one positive sign. But he's not giving the returns also with the ball. So that is kind of a concern. But so I think I will like to see somebody like Chris Green. Who's not so similar to Sunil Narayan, but he's also a all rounder. Chris Green can give you that 4 overs, and he can even bat if required. And I will want to see somebody like Shubman Gill and Dinesh Karthik opening the innings, which will make things easier down the order for Andre Russell and Morgan to come and play their natural game. So, what do you feel about Sunil Narayan's performance so far?
I mean, Sunil Narayan, yes, with the bat, he didn't have that big impact innings like what he had last year. But again, he only played a couple of matches, and the conditions are totally different. Many batsmen are struggling in this kind of conditions. You have players like yesterday, Johnny Bairstow played well, but even he was struggling for his 50. Virat Kohli is struggling. So many players of very highest of quality are struggling. So I'm not totally surprised with Narayan struggling that much. But at the same time, I think I'll have a go with him with at least couple of 2-3 matches. What KKR is expecting from Narayan is not big scores. Just a start. If he can disrupt the rhythm of the bowlers, then I think KKR will be more than happy. I think they can use him. It's only 2 matches. When it comes to bowling, I think he bowled decently well against SRH. He gave only like 26 runs or something in the starting, and Varun Chakravarti also came and bowled well. So that would be an interesting move whether they want to go with the same bowling lineup this match or not. Because at number 7 you have Varun Chakravarti. That means your batting order is very, very brittle. Yeah, you have Shubman Gill. If you take Shubman Gill, and if either Russell or Morgan flops again, against Mumbai, both of them got out in a single over. If something happens like that, they don't have anybody else to come and play that knock, stabilizing knock or go after the bowling. Yes, there's Pat Cummins, but you can't expect Pat Cummins to come in and play that crucial role of taking those 2Ds, one runs and occasional boundaries. Yeah, he can go after the bowling, but I don't think he can do like that. So that is one thing KKR might be thinking about. If they're thinking about it, then whom should they drop? because Varun Chakravarti had a very good match. Okay, if Kuldeep, he's been slightly off color. Even if they drop Kuldeep Yadav, which batsman are they going to bring in at number 7?
I think they have the option of
So
Rahul
those
Tripathi.
are pretty big questions that yeah, he can play up the order, right? He can't play down. If Rahul Tripathi is coming in, then I think he should definitely play either as an opener or as a number 3 batsman. He played very well for Pune, Rising Pune Super Giants.
Yes.
And he came as an opener back then.
Yeah.
Then he went to other team where they were playing him at 6 and 5. Obviously, he wasn't as much as effective as he was before. So, tell me one player from each team whom do you think is going to make a huge impact in this match?
For KKR, I think Russell hasn't come to the party yet. Even in the first match, he was dismissed early. Second match, he didn't get the opportunity to bat. But I somehow have a feel that he will have a good hit today for KKR. As far as Rajasthan Royals is concerned, I'm expecting Butler.
Okay, I feel Samson will be the key again for RR. Yeah, you can argue that it's in Sharjah. It's a small ground and hit well, but what I'm looking into it is the way he was hitting the ball. He was cleanly hitting the ball. He was middling the ball. So I feel again for their chances, right? Samson will be the key. And for KKR, I think Shubman Gill again. I think they would want Shubman Gill, to play that anchor role again. If he plays that anchor role, right? If he's playing throughout the overs, then batsmen around him can go after the bowling. Then Narayan can go after the bowling. DK can go after the bowling. Morgan or Russell. These batsmen are naturally attacking batsmen. If you have Gill standing at one end, playing his knock, then these people can freely go after the bowling. If he is out early and they lose early wickets, then they can't, attack very freely. But overall, it's going to be an exciting match because Rajasthan so far are the only unbeaten team in this tournament so far. So we have to see whether they'll be unbeaten or they'll get defeated by KKR.
Yeah.
So that's it from us. See you guys later on. Bye bye.